A special bond happens when you let yourself be owned by these creatures. For us, and to all best indicators, them as well. When we look at movies, pictures, and imaginations and our dreams, owning and riding a horse seems to be the easiest thing in the world, and it can be. But it can also be one of the hardest on you and the horse if you don't know what you're doing, even if well-intended. One example of such is the first act of kindness that First Nations people in America, most particularly in South America and Mexico, did to the horses that escaped the Spanish conquistadors. Thinking that these creatures were gods worthy of emulation, honor, and the most reverent treatment ever, these Indians who have never seen a horse thought that we should give them flowers, adorn them with flowers. The gods love flowers. The good news is that they felt like they were doing the right thing for these equine gods. The bad news is that the horses died of starvation because they needed common grass. Now, in my veterinary practice, I've seen many people experience similar situations, well-intended people doing what they thought was the right thing for the horse, but inadvertently doing harm to the animal. The purpose of this video is to minimize that situation and to maximize the happy aspect of it. Now, there's one thing about the horse world that you will observe very quickly. Everybody's an expert. Everybody knows what to do. Everybody knows the thing that's going to work for their horse, and what works for their horse is going to work for every other horse in the world. So why should you listen to me when I'm talking, huh? We do have certain experiences and training that we will relate and share with you for this video, for the benefit of you and the to be ennobled creature that you will take into your home. I started out life in suburbia. I learned about horses later on in life, in my 20s, and the stethoscope is real. I did acquire a veterinary degree with about 20 years worth of experience taking care of these creatures as well as their owners, and supplemented that with a PhD in physiology with about 50 research publications. For the last 30 years, I have been owned by horses in my own situations where I had to do a lot of care for these animals with a very little bit of money, which makes it more challenging but also more interesting. But Glenn has learned that world from the ground up. Glenn is an experienced farrier as well as many other things. I'll let him explain his qualifications.
Well, I've been with horses for 61 years. I started at 5 years old. My dad put me on a horse and I was moving cows. I've had to deal with them from as being work animals to pets.
You also operated a guiding operation for a while.
Yep, I owned horses for the guiding and outfitting, and had to do all the farrier work on them because we didn't have enough horses to just have some down, so we had to do all our own farrier work and upkeep on every horse. So,
and also to look after idiots like me from the city who came out who thought they knew everything about a horse, so that the horse and them came back alive and well.
True.
Right?
Very true, very true.
Our job here is to show you how both of us can work together in your service, and to show what you can do to put us out of business reading it. So again, the purpose of this video is what you can do for yourself and by yourself, and when should you be calling us.
And what we're also trying to do is let you know, or give you information to make a better judgment and say, no, I've hit my limit. we need to call in more experience.
Okay. So now enough talking. Let's go to the doing.